The Cosmic Prayer. Great to be this week. It's my 5 o'clock. I'm here in the UK, and welcome to this week's episode. I'm just so grateful to be here. Grateful being the operative word here, because our guest this week backstage, shine a light. I can see her here in the little TV screen underneath here, and to talk about gratitude. What else could be as perfect as gratitude right now? I'm feeling this vibe within me because I've had a little bit of a day, and I'm sure many of us can say we've had a little bit of a day. And so gratitude is always the perfect way for us to realize, the beauty and the love and the perfection of what is here already. We're all striving to try and wanting it to be something great. Well, gratitude is the key to this. So I'm feeling very, very excited that Sharon Saraga Walters is here to share right now. Sharon has over 35 years promoting her own business in health and wellness. And she had a shift suddenly when she realized that fitness is not only about the body, it goes deeper than this. And so her whole idea of what she brings forward right now, with a passion for exercise and gratitude, combining these two together for gratitude fitness. Wow, this is amazing. So gratitude is an action, not a read. Sharon is a lifetime student of gratitude, fitness coach, trainer of gratitude as well. And she has a passion for sharing all things good, and is the creator of Gratisize 365 and the GratiFit system, and her wonderful gratitude glasses going to come on with, I'm sure. And her newest book, Gratisize 365, goes even deeper with steps to help us really get to the heart of our own daily gratitude exercise routine from the time we wake up. Wow, what more could we want? I'm going to bring Sharon on now onto the Cosmic Prayer to learn more, to grow more, to have a deeper conversation. Sharon, welcome to the Cosmic Prayer.
Oh, thank you, Laura, so much. It's so great to be here. I appreciate the intro and all the things you said. That was really right on.
It is right on. I know you, and I've known you for a while now, and I know that everything you're doing is so connected, authentically connected to gratitude, and to knowing gratitude in our hearts. And it inspires me, really. It definitely inspires me, and I'm sure it in so many people. And I really would love you to share your journey with what actually brought you to coming to the place of wanting it to be about gratitude for you, and if and how you see and use gratitude as a prayer.
Wow, that's a great question. I think that everything I've ever done in life, it's always been things that have changed me for the better. And fitness came first for me, I think. I don't know. That could be debatable whether it was gratitude first or fitness, but fitness was one thing that really changed my world. It just was something that really made me feel more powerful and healthy and energized. And I loved what it did for me. And I'm sure, Laura, you can understand too, because you're too into the fitness. You understand that as well. And then gratitude. I've done so much of personal growth work, and gratitude was the one thing that really stuck with me, that made me become that person that I really loved out in the world. But the other thing about gratitude, it's there when we really want it. When things are good, gratitude is great. It's just, it's a song. But the thing is, when gratitude isn't, things aren't going well or as we like it, that's when the work comes in. And that's when gratitude is really powerful. And I have experienced, as we all do, both of those. But the results that come in both scenarios are amazing that I found gratitude.
So how was gratitude? How did that shift something? How did that shift you for your life personally? What was
Uh,
happening when you had that realization that, yeah, when it's not so good, go to gratitude?
well, for me personally, I mean, I'm like anybody else. I mean, there were many parts in my life. There were many stages where they would be great, and then it wouldn't be so great, and it'd be great and not so great. And I just noticed this trend, but I didn't like how long it took me to get out of the not so great times. And I really found as I was doing more gratitude work that it really was the thing that got me fewer times in those places and fast. I got out of those places much faster. And I love that because I mean, who likes to be in that other place? Sometimes it's necessary for our growth. I really found
Yeah.
it has been one of the quickest things to get me moving out and forward to move onward until the next time.
Wow. So first of all, before we continue, I just want to recognize everybody that's here and say hi and welcome in. We're with the amazing Sharon Saraga Walters talking about gratitude and gratitude. Be here with you connected. I know Prince is in the house here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi,
Welcome in,
Prince.
Prince, and Adrian. Hi, Prince. And good morning, good afternoon, Adrian. Good to be with you here. And we're delving into gratitude. If you have any questions for Sharon or any comments, pop them in because we want to know what you're thinking and feeling as well to make it a really great conversation here with you included. Question, Sharon. This is a really I think this question has been waiting in my heart for you to pose to you right now. So the other day we were talking, me and Jason were talking about about beliefs when we were growing up, things that we were told, messages we were told by our grandparents or our parents. And there was both of us said that we were both told, be grateful for what you've got. And we were both told it in a way of, you need to be grateful for what you've got because that's all you're going to get. And so be grateful for it. It's almost like there was a limitation to it rather than be grateful for what's happening right now and expect the good and expect more of this. It was limited. And it came with a guilt. There were stories and beliefs attached to that for me of guilt and shame and all sorts, And I wondered if you could speak on that for a bit, because I think there is a tendency with gratitude for me, in my own experience, for it to be where I'm grateful and that's it.
Yeah.
Whereas,
Yeah.
not open to the expanse of it.
Yes. Well, I would say this, that when I even got into the work of gratitude, what really started my whole work years ago was I read a book by Rhonda Byrne called The Magic. And in that book, she really, I think she really got me seeing how much I took for granted. And I think even in my upbringing, I think that even though my parents did tell me that, I still think as a kid and well into my high school, I think I took a lot for granted. And that's in my 20s, late 20s, that's when it really hit me as an adult. I'm like, wow, I want to stop taking things for granted. It stunned me, but it was true. And I didn't want to take things for granted anymore. And that changed my world completely.
So that's coming from a whole other perspective of not appreciating life right now, the beauty that it is, not appreciating the little things right here in the moment.
Absolutely. And let me share. So every day I share a gratitude exercise on my Facebook page. And so today's gratitude exercise was finding gratitudes in the shower. And I love that one because I used to like take it for granted. That was one of my take for granted ones. And so today it was Gratitude for the water, the clean water, the unlimited amount of water we have. Gratitude for the way it makes me feel. It wakes me up. It rejuvenates me. I do so much great creative meditation and visualization, and ideas come to me in the shower. So there's like 5 gratitudes right there from the shower.
Yeah. Wow. And I agree with you. Gratitude for water is really, I mean, today this is perfect that I'm with you here today on the Cosmic Prayer, because I've not had a day filled with gratitude today. I'm being really authentic, and I woke up feeling like, oh, okay, I'm not happy with this. And that's how it pictured for the whole day. And I tell my heart, I can see how my day is out pictured. And though usually I'm very, very grateful. And the water piece you've really struck something with me, because I have a friend who lives in Africa, and they're in droughts at the moment, and she finds it, she's doing all she can to provide water for her community, and it's a real struggle. And yeah, I tend to take that for granted, that I can turn the tap on and there will be water here, as much water as I need and want for my life. All these things that can be taken for granted so easily. Always here to remind us.
Yes. And Laura, thank you for your authenticity about how you felt today, because that's really important for us to share that, because I'm not always up on my best game. And when I'm not, it really, I know probably for you too, when we're more awakened, we don't like it even worse. It's like feels horrible when we feel that way. We're trying to get out of that space.
Yes.
And we don't know how to do it. Yeah. So thank you for sharing that. I mean,
yes.
Yeah. It's true. I'm not always here either, but I have the tools that help me get out of it, and not always right away. Sometimes it does go right away to get out of that. But having, whether it's gratitude, whether it's prayer, whether it's mindfulness, whatever that is that we find in our lives that help us, that's the thing, that's the tool to follow. And it may be a combination of all of them.
And I think you're saying something so important here, because having that underpinning, that foundation that we can go back to and realize when I'm off tangent or when we're off track, and that there's something really powerful to come back to. That's the key, isn't it? And it's like, how quickly do we come back to it? How quickly do we actually come back to that foundation?
Yeah. Oh, exactly. And that's why I came up with all these different, the 3 books. And for me, when I'm in a mood, when I can't get out of it, for some reason, I can't figure out, I either go out for a walk, a run, something to get fresh air, something to shift me.
Yeah.
And definitely in gratitude. And I'll share one of the other, one of my other secrets, and I've been sharing it a lot this week, and over last week, was doing I do a gratitude walk. And my gratitude walk is every step I take, I just say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, throughout my entire walk. And eventually things start to happen with that when I do a gratitude walk. So that's one of my secrets that I really use when I need to get out of the space and shift myself.
That is amazing. And that is Master Eckhart's said, if the only prayer we ever say is thank you, that's enough.
Yeah.
And so you're practicing that with your walk. I love that. I'm going to try, after this show, I'm going to go on a big gratitude walk.
Yes.
No, you're shifting it for me here. I want to bring in Prince. I think this is, yeah, you are. I think this is Prince. He has a question. When is Reno going to smother Uncle Fleet with kisses? Yes, we want Reno. Is he available at the end of the show, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, Prince, Reno loves you, and he's actually been he's been a little bit he had a little issue. He pulled something a little bit, but he's doing so much better. So that's why I haven't had. I usually we put videos on Facebook with him. So by the next couple of days, we're going to have him back on. He's the star. We call him Reno
He'll be
Star.
back on. He totally
loves.
I mean, I think what Prince is doing for being in movies and show business and his amazing voice, Reno is doing in the doggy world for for being exposed online. With you, it's brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not that I'm comparing Prince Reno, I'm just saying the fame of it all. the exposure. So thank you, Prince. Let's move to Dawn. Dawn has written in here, I started a daily gratitude practice about 5 years ago. Totally daily, and yes, I include gratitude for clean water. Beautiful.
Yes.
So it is changing. It's changing people's lives. Thank you, Dawn.
Yeah, and it does, and the thing that I found, I think that for me, as I was doing my gratitude practice, and it keeps growing more and more. I mean, for me, like my newest book, the Gratisize 365 book, I have 4 steps in there that I needed to step it up because it wasn't enough what I was doing for me personally, and
okay.
And in that, can I share the steps about that a little bit, Laura?
Please do. Oh, I don't know why I put this in. Sorry, I'm going to remove that now. Okay. Sorry, I'm coming back to that. I was on the wrong thing. Yes, please share the steps, Sharon.
Yeah. So in my latest book, I really realized that I needed more. I needed something more to keep this going for me. And the first step is the wake up. When I wake up, I was really, when I first wrote my first book, I never realized that when I would wake up, I was never grateful to be alive. I never even thought of that, which is unheard of. And it just shocked me. So I started to, that was one of my first things that I would do in the morning is I would just give thanks and gratitude that I was alive. And then another one that I would use that I love, that I was doing a lot, especially during COVID, and thank goodness we're past that a little bit more, but I would hug myself. And a lot of times I would hug the people who were far away from me that I don't get to see or who have passed on. So there were so many things that I could do. And we all can come up with different things about when we wake up. That's step number 1. And the other thing, the last thing I want to say about the wake up is how we just get to check in with ourselves. How often do we check in the morning to start our day? I think that's been, I have more of a relationship with myself now that I do that. And the last one I'm going to promise you there that I'll end with the wake up is that I visualize my day the way I want it to go. I do that in the wake up phase. The second step is the morning, the gratitude morning. Just finding some ways to do things for yourself that helps you to get yourself in a state of gratitude. And many of you, there's so many different ways of doing gratitude journals, maybe doing some physical exercise, meditation, watching a video, podcast, and numerous things that people can do. But intentionally, whatever time you have, if it's 5 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever that is, intentionally set some time for you to do something for yourself in the morning that gets you set for the day. And then the third step is, I call it the workout. And that is throughout the day, I realized that I was falling short on exercising gratitude because I don't know, the day started happening and I forgot to look at gratitudes. So I say in the book, I say, stop and give me 3 grati-reps. And that is a gratitude, something that you notice in the day, in the afternoon, finding 3 things in your day. It might be something you've done that you get to share that action, something that you received from someone, something you gave, or even something you get to celebrate about yourself. I realized that I wasn't celebrating myself. So there's so many things that we can look at during the day that we can be grateful for. And that's been powerful. And then the last one is the cool down. Do some reflection before you go to bed and share some things that you're grateful for the day. So these 4 steps are really, I think those are my things that I work on. And I've been doing this since January, since I published the book. And what a difference, just being intentional throughout my day to find things to be grateful for. So that's a lot coming at you, but it's the gist of what the book was all about.
It's fantastic. It's not a lot. It's an in-depth, I hear in-depth processes that can allow us to change the way that we feel about our lives. And it's really powerful. And I feel really grateful. I'm really grateful that you have explained this here on the Cosmic Prayer right now, because we can go back and watch it again, and we can purchase your book as well, and have those exercises laid out. So thank you so much for sharing, Sharon, because it feels really life-changing, really life-changing.
Oh, absolutely. And you're so welcome. And people, I've shared like ideas, and then people will have their more ideas that resonate for them too.
And that's the beauty of this, isn't it? Is that it's a limitless, feels like it's a limitless process that we can add on our own, be inspired and add on. And as long as it's in that realm of being grateful and appreciative, then we're going in the right direction.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So where can your book be found? How can people have a copy of your book there, Sharon, that you could show?
Yes, and it's available on Amazon. So this is the book.
Okay.
And it's, whoops, I'm trying to get it. There we go. But it's available on Amazon. Yeah. Gratisize 365.
Right. Yeah. And there are exercises written spaces.
Yeah, and actually, in the book too, there are 360 every day. I have a sheet that, and here's the thing about the book, because I've been noticing people have shared about the book a little bit, that it is a lot in the book, but it may take 365 days. It may take 365 months. It may take a lifetime. It doesn't matter. People can go at it for a week, a month, days, but just getting the intentional steps in is everything.
And it's interesting because I was giving a talk on this the other day, and because I recently have discovered that it actually takes 66 days to change a habit, not the kind of 21 days that we hear about. It's more like 66 to 70 days to change a habit. So I believe what you've created is really powerful, because you're allowing people to go way beyond that time limit, to create new neural pathways to be able to practice this really regularly.
Yeah. I believe it's for me, it's my lifestyle. It's something that I will be doing, and I'll probably be adding things to it through the years to come. But for right now, it is really, it's the powerful thing, and it has saved me so many times when I want to go and not have such a great day, and it stops me, and I really am grateful for that, because truthfully, for me so far, I'm doing it. I'm the one that
You're doing it
of some of my things.
Yeah. So I'm interested. You came on Cosmic Prayer, which I think was a good year ago. I think it was quite a while ago, and you created a prayer intentionally for that episode of the Cosmic Prayer, and you read it out. And I know that you've created another prayer, and I'd really love it if you would talk about it and power of it, and to also share it here, Sharon.
No, I would love that. So, every time when I come on, Laura, on your show, The Cosmic Prayer, I always get really a lot from it. And one of the things is that I never, until we talked more about this, that I never realized how much gratitude and prayer, I never realized how much I pray. I use how much I pray through gratitude. That's the thing, because I saw just gratitude as an action. I'm a very, physical person, and I think about the action, action, action. Well, what came to me is realizing that all these actions that I'm doing is a prayer. That's the piece that really struck me. So yeah, I'd love to share. This is it was a post that I saw on Facebook a couple of years ago, and I shared a lot, and then I've added some more at the bottom. So yeah, I'd love if you can close your eyes or have them open and just listen to the prayer that I've written here. I love this interpretation of a prayer. What is a prayer? Prayer doesn't only happen when we kneel or put our hands together and focus and expect things from God. Thinking positive and wishing good for others is a prayer. When you hug a friend, that's a prayer. When you cook something to nourish family and friends, that's a prayer. When we send off our near and dear ones and say, drive safely or be safe, that's a prayer. When you are helping someone in need by giving your time and energy, you are praying. When you forgive someone, that is a prayer. When I wake up in the morning and think of others, that's a prayer. When I smile at others, that's a prayer. When I say hello or say something kind, that's a prayer. When I call a friend to see how they are doing, that's a prayer. When I just listen, that is a prayer. When I take time for myself, that is a prayer. When I say thank you, that is a prayer. When I hug myself or my family, that is a prayer. When I give thanks to my food, water, work, home, family, and friends, that is a prayer. When I feel, notice, and share gratitudes, that is a prayer. And I end this prayer with saying, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Sharon.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. You share the link with me, because I'd like to, if it's written out into this post after the show.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'll be more than happy to.
Thank you.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. It's so amazing how life can change with gratitude in a really dynamic way. And I remember when we'd met for quite a while, like a couple of years ago maybe, and then I was living in homeless accommodation, and I remember having a conversation with you about gratitude, and I shifted my whole perspective. Of course, I was always grateful, and yet I knew that I needed, or was being called, to really delve into gratitude for life-changing stuff,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I did that, and Jason did that, and we intentionally created a huge kind of wall piece of gratitude, and it shifted out of that environment into a whole new environment, a whole new space, being grateful for the tiniest of details and of things, and acknowledging all of it with praise and appreciation. It changes something neurochemically, I believe, also in our brains when we're being great, when we're practicing gratitude. It changes the way we our brain functions also.
Yes.
So I can say yes. It's so powerful. It's such a powerful practice.
Yes, and it's a
And
fast. I
thank
think it's a
you for inspiring me at that time.
Absolutely, and I think that process, it's something that is very quick. In some moments it's quick, but from it, it keeps building more and more for us. We just do layers upon layers upon layers, and it's endless. We will never run out of things to feel gratitude for, to create, and we're always wanting more and more out of our lives and the lives of others to share with others. So it is absolutely endless.
Yes. Oh, we have somebody here. I don't know your name because it hasn't come up on the StreamYard stream. However, you're on Facebook and recognizing Sharon's prayer. And prayer, Sharon. This is Prince also. So I heard him.
Thank you, Prince.
And so what would you say, Sharon, for somebody who is really wanting to up level their gratitude practice? If there were a couple of things, I mean, I know you spoke about your 4 steps at the beginning that make up your book, and I will say, this book sounds amazing. I'm going to check it out even more and have a look at that online. What would you say, like right now, if there's something just right in this moment, if somebody was coming to you and saying, oh, this isn't working, that isn't working, which would have been me earlier today, what would you say to me to just be an instant kind of shift this, Laura? How do we do this, Sharon?
So what I do, so you're saying that for you, that just the day was just like constant, there was nothing, did you find that things just weren't working your way, or just you couldn't pinpoint it?
It was my mental attitude to the day. It began with my mental attitude of, I want things to be slightly different in certain areas. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So for me, because I can relate to this, and what I immediately, one is, it feels awful, doesn't it? Because when you're living at a higher level of living spiritually, it feels awful, number one. And so I will look at it and go, okay, is there something that's going on that I need to address for myself? I have to talk with myself. And if there's really nothing there, then I just have to either see what I have to, that's when I go for a walk or something, do something that it's going to shift and make me feel better, do something that I like doing, whether it's nature or something. You dance, and I know you've been dancing and stuff, moving, so do something that's going to shift and feel better for you. If that doesn't work, and while you're doing that, like I said about the gratitude walk, while you're doing an action and shifting, bring in thank you, thank you, thank you, or bring in some gratitudes. Think about Jason. Think about your engagement. Think of the things that really are lifting you up in your life right now, and just keep doing that
as
much as you can. It could not, it's going to be better than staying in that place.
Absolutely. Yes, you're so right. Because when we move from that place and realize, wow, it's perception, isn't it? It's how we're viewing it. Yeah. Thank you. And I love that idea of a gratitude walk. It's beautiful. Yes, Bonnie, and attitude gratitude is the winning way of life.
Yes.
Bonnie has her show here on Mondays, her doula for grief. She's the doula for grief and has a wonderful show here on the network every Monday. I'm going to be popping in there today. And I know Bonnie practices gratitude and talks a lot about the power of gratitude. So this brings me on to my next question. You have created something which will remind all of us, I think, to actually see through the eyes of gratitude. You've created sunglasses that are online now.
Oh, I have some
Oh,
here
who's this?
too.
They're online now. I'm just gonna, you put them on, please.
Okay. So, so should I say about them a little bit? Can I
Yeah,
talk about them?
explain them, and
Okay.
I've got them here on your
So
website
this
to
has been in the
show.
making for like the past 10 years, wanting to do the glasses. And this year I made it possible. I'm from Florida. We have lots of sunshine there. I moved to Colorado. Wherever you live, you're more than likely going to have a lot of sunshine. And so what is better than having some sunglasses and then the words of gratitude to be there for others to see. And as you take your glasses on and off, you're always going to be reminded by the words of gratitude. And so they've been just amazing. They're on Amazon and they look wonderful. I have so many people that wear them. Prince is he's a star with the glasses, but they're amazing. So yeah, they're available on Amazon in the US and Canada right now. And they really are amazing.
Oh, okay.
Just get the affirmation, the word, the coolness of wearing these glasses, everything about it. It's really great.
I love the style. I love it. The Ray-Ban that you've got there. They look really cool, and I love the transparent frame. They're beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. That was what I wanted. It was that design. I knew it for years. I wanted that color, everything about it. Yeah. So the power of when we know what we want.
Brilliant. And I love the idea of just seeing life through the eyes of gratitude. Just that's the lens we're looking through, being grateful.
Yes. No, that's true. And
Before we go, we have some more comments coming in. Sorry, there was a lag there. I was just going to read out the comments. Go on, carry on. You've had people.
Oh, so I've had people who have been wearing the glasses, and I as well. I mean, they just started doing this with me. They would travel all over the world and they'd bring their glasses with them and they'd be showing the gratitude glasses while they were seeing sights all over the world. And I started doing the same thing. I'm like, that was awesome and brilliant. And so when I go on my walks and I see beautiful flowers and stuff, I have the glasses that say gratitude and showing a beautiful flower or whatever that is. Yeah.
Amazing. I love it. Here we go. Bonnie, wow, the glasses, loving the glasses. Florida is the sunshine state. And Diego, good intentions. Hi, Diego. How are you today?
Hi,
good to be with you. And I think this must be Prince saying they look great. They look fabulous on everybody. Yeah. Brilliant. We'll have to get a pair made especially for Reno.
That's to be, yeah, that's still coming. Absolutely. He's so little, but that'll be to come. Yes.
I know, they'd have to be very, very tiny.
Yes. And, just, talking about the glasses and the book and all of it, the main thing too that I want to really share also is that the importance of having fun. When these glasses came out, it just was so much fun, making, because gratitude is work. It can be work. It's a beautiful gift, but it can be work, and to have fun with it throughout, whatever you're doing with it, as much fun as you can have. Yeah. Just find it and have it and enjoy that.
I'm really pleased that you've said that it is work, because we're changing the way that we think about and see our world by being grateful and saying our gratitudes, and that isn't always easy, is it? Or I think if our world looks different and we're affirming it to be, how we want it to be or how we desire it to be, and in that moment it's not looking like that or feeling like that, It takes work to delve into what can I really be grateful for that really is changing my life right now. Those smaller things.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And it's so important. You're right. Because if we don't, we're going to just look where we could be if we don't, both for ourselves and the world.
Yeah.
And it starts with us.
Yeah. Yes. And Diego is saying here that Reverend Robert needs to take a look at getting all of New Media Network crew these as Christmas presents. Wow, that would be amazing.
Great idea. What a gift.
Good idea, Diego. So Sharon, I really want to thank you for coming on here and sharing about gratitude and the importance of it, and how you consider I love the way that you've opened up and shared about how you feel that gratitude is a prayer in and of itself. And I think for what's your top kind of out of those 4 that you shared earlier, those 4 steps, maybe you could repeat them again for people, because we have more viewers now watching, just kind of overviewing those 4 steps that are at the beginning of your book that you have done every single day, that you've taken as part of your routine. Yeah.
Yes. So absolutely. So in the newest book, the 4 steps are the wake up, being intentional. How are we checking with ourselves when we wake up, and see how we want our day to go? And then the next one is the morning, gratitude morning. Make sure that you're finding something that makes you in a better state, gratitude state, something that's for you, that will help you throughout the day. And then the third one is the workout, finding at least 3 things to be grateful for throughout your day. Look for them. And then the last one is the cool down, where you really reflect on the day. What were some of the things that you were grateful for? So when you've covered the whole day, and you don't have to spend a lot of time, just the smallest, quickest intentions around it begin to shift you day after day.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Sharon, for sharing today and for being on the Cosmic Prayer. I love everything that you're doing, and it's so inspirational.
Thank you, Laura, so much for having me be here. And if anybody has questions or want to talk more, they can just go to my website that you have there, thegratitude365.com. Thank you so much.
That's it. And the link for that is down below, and the link for the is down below for anybody that feels the absolute urge to have a pair of gratitude glasses. Then go for it. check them out, and order a pair for yourself, because I know they're really cool. Oh, here we are. Bonnie's saying thank you for repeating the 4 principles. Thank you, Bonnie, for being here. And thank you to everybody that's been here present with the amazing Sharon Walters, who's been sharing about gratitude and the power of gratitude and how gratitude can change our lives. And thank you for this program. Oh, Cosmic Prayer. We love you, Dawn. It's great to be here with everybody. And I'm going to just one more time put up Sharon details so you can find her here. Any questions? And your Facebook page is Gratisize, or is it Sharon Saraga Walters? That's your Facebook.
The Facebook page is Gratisize 365.
Okay, perfect. So there's a website and the Facebook page. Join the Facebook page and you'll get daily gratitude reminders and little exercise. Well, not little, but big exercise if you take part in them. They're going to change something for you. So join the group. And also check out Thought Media Network's new website, new gleaming, shiny website. Everything is on there that you would need to know about that work. And of course, you can offer your love, tithe, your financial offering as a donor, then go to support the vision of New Thought Media Network, bringing these beautiful programs and transformational teachings to your lives on a daily basis. And that is it for today, for today's cosmic prayer. Thank you so much, Sharon, for being here.
Thank you.
And in fact, I'm going to ask if we could, I'm going to end on a gratitude prayer. Would you like to join in with it, Sharon?
I'm going to have you do it. I'd love to pray with you on that one.
You're going to have me do it.
Yes.
Okay. So okay, that's beautiful. So let's invite everyone, all of us in here, just opening our arms and opening our hearts, knowing this gratitude that is here right now, as I know that there is this one thing that is happening, this divine power and presence as love, as health and joy and beauty and abundance and prosperity, vitality. This is God. This is the allness, the greatness, infinite intelligence that is operating in, as, and through everything. And so as I open my heart to this and know that this too is me and it is Sharon, every single one of us and each of you watching right now, Prince and Dawn, Diego, Bonnie and Adrian, and those that have joined, Luann, and each and every other being that will watch this at any time. I'm grateful, so grateful in my heart for Sharon saying yes to be, for the words and teachings of wisdom that come through Sharon and that allow us all even more to the beauty of this life. So I know with gratitude in my heart, and I see this in your heart too, that we live into this knowing that happening in my daily, day-to-day, I turn to gratefulness. I turn to thankfulness to know that it is all perfect, whole and complete. Thank you for New Thought Media Network for being here, for shining a beacon of light, and for holding space for this program and all of the other programs that exist on the network, opening us up, expanding our hearts and transforming our lives as we say yes with gratitude. So with this gratitude, I let this go, I let this fly, knowing that all is good, all is love, and all is possible in God. And so it is. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you to everyone. We will be back here next week, and stay tuned in New Thought Media Network. We have a beautiful prayer practical prayer program coming up in about 10. Then you'll do for grief with Bonnie Morgan Gonzalez. That will be amazing, and I'll be on there too. Sending love and blessings from Prince, and thank you again, Sharon, for all that you are.
Thank you, Laura.
Bye for now, everyone.